Hey, beautiful earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your weekly tarot reading. Before we begin, I'd like to bless this reading with protection, peace, prosperity, love, and abundance over the reading and in the lives of all who gather and partake here today. So this is a general reading for all earth signs. That means not everything will resonate with you specifically, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. These are also timeless readings, so although I post them every week, whenever you watch, if the message is resonating with you, then you're meant to hear it at that time. Okay, I'm going to start with an oracle card for earth sign energy. I'm going to pull some tarot to clarify the oracle card for earth signs. Then I'll pull additional tarot cards for each of the zodiac signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn specifically. Okay, let's see what your oracle message is. Oracle energy for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. There we go. We have the message etheric chords. I have to look this one up, so I'm going to pause while I go get the... Okay, so I have the guidebook pulled up here, and this is the African Goddess Rising deck. So Urzuli Dantor Etheric Chords, here it is again, is from the Temple of Lovers and is the element of fire. And her guidance is, if it isn't wholehearted love, release it. Remember your worth. Embodiment says the energy cords binding you and someone you no longer wish to be attached to are strong. You must be willing to let go. Close your eyes, see divine swords of God, Goddess, loving light separating you and dissolving the cords between you. You are both whole and healed. Just as you shower to cleanse physical grime, there is also grime in the form of energy cords, also called karmic ribbons, especially emotional cords or etheric cords. Spiritual maintenance is required. Goddess declaration: I am worthy, compassionate, and whole. Okay. So there is, as the description says, some relationship specifically that you're attached to that is not necessarily healthy for you. It's not what you want. It's not in alignment with your highest destiny or your vision for your life. And so practicing good spiritual hygiene, doing a cord cutting process, but also smudging, saging, using the Palo Santo, using the selenite and the clear quartz and the smoky quartz, and all the things that you can use to clear your energy field and clear your energy space. And also just emotionally and psychologically releasing that person or releasing that relationship or connection. And I'm feeling that for some of you, it's more than one person. So it could be like your connection to a family unit or to a group of friends specifically. And then for others of you, it will be one specific person, perhaps a past romantic partner, for example, or like a specific parent. And then also there's the statement in the guidebook about wholehearted love. And so you are worthy of relationships that are completely fulfilling, where, you know, they say no one's perfect, but you still can have really high standards. You can have, you know, a partner who contributes to the beauty and the magic of your life, right? And not just a romantic partner, but just friends and people in your network around you who reflect the true beauty in your divinity, right? So yeah, earth signs, I love it for you. So let's get tarot on this for all earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I'm using the Michelle Knight Waite tarot deck. Okay, so let's start with the bottom of the deck card. For you all, we have the Three of Cups. So I did mention feeling that for some of you, this is more than one person, perhaps a group of people, a group that you're connected to that is no longer in alignment with your vibration. It's like you're vibrating out of a circle of people and vice versa, like paths diverging or like breaking off an offshoot of this group here. Okay, so there could be a new group as well forming. It's like as you veer off from one set of friends or connections or relationships, there is a different vibration of people that you might have access to. Okay, and it could be something that you realize like at an actual party. Like you could actually be hanging out with people, spending time with people, celebrating with people, doing fun things with people, chit-chatting, having a gathering, having a meeting of some social organization or institution. And it's in that space that you realize one or more of the relationships in that setting or in that context is not really what you want for yourself going forward. It doesn't really feel like it's in alignment. And it's not a judgment on them. They could be very great people. They could be wonderful people. There could be not a single toxic thing about them. And yet if you sense that it's out of alignment, that's really what matters. A lot of times when we talk about cutting cords, we always have to frame it as if the other person is toxic and they're just terrible and we should get away from them because they're quote unquote bad people. But a lot of times it's just you want different things in life. A lot of times it's just not conducive to the spiritual growth for either party. Okay, so it's not necessarily a judgment on these people unless they are contributing toxic energy, but you have to take responsibility for yourself either way. To if there is a toxic or codependent or abusive situation, understanding where your power is within that setting and really surveying and looking at the choices in front of you for how to create a shift or a change in that dynamic or to leave and exit that dynamic as much as possible. Remaining safe, remaining intact, whole in the process. Okay, your energy, how you're showing up specifically, earth signs. The Eight of Pentacles. This is really nice. I love it. It's earth sign energy for sure. It's work ethic. It's specifically Virgo energy. Can't remember what planet in Virgo. Is it Mercury in Virgo? It might be Mercury in Virgo. But you are working really hard at something. You're focused on your career. You're focused on your business. Or if it's not career and business specifically, you are doing personal development or self-development, or you're engaging in a task that requires some level of skill. And that could be skill in improving your relationships, skill in improving your work and career, skill in improving your health, right? There's something that you are actively working on. And the Eight of Pentacles suggests that you're doing pretty well. Like you're really focused, you're making progress, you have momentum. And what's crossing you is the Devil. So this is the cords. These are the cords that need to be cut. So in order for you to, what I'm getting is that in order for you to really effectively pursue and work on this, you have to cut the cords of codependency. You have to cut the cords of controlling, manipulation, feeling obligated to a group of people. And you might be dimming your light a little bit. You might be holding back or not living up to your full potential because of this felt obligation or sort of false loyalty to someone or to a family or to a group dynamic or group association. I will also say just be cautious of overwork, workaholism, are working to try to hustle and validate your worth. Sometimes the Devil energy with the Eight of Pentacles can be workaholism, but coming from a place of feeling like you aren't good enough unless you accomplish and achieve these things. Okay. This is also Capricorn energy. Capricorn, I think the Devil card for earth signs came out the last reading as well. So there's still a lot of, for the collective that this is resonating with, there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be cut. And I think that's why maybe I was drawn to pull from the Oracle deck for you all this time, to focus on the fact that there needs to be a cutting away of some unhealthy connections. Okay, so let's look at each of your zodiac signs specifically. We'll start with Taurus. Taurus, you are showing up with the Six of Swords. So this is excellent. This is saying that you are on your way to breaking free, to getting past this unhealthy dynamic, this potentially codependent or toxic situation. You might have entered into a contract with a partner or a group of people and realized that it just wasn't the right choice. It just wasn't the best thing after all. And that's okay, because now you've empowered yourself to get out of that situation. Okay. And things becoming a little easier for you as a result of that. And you are able to make more progress towards whatever it is you're working on and focused on building and improving in your life. Virgos, we have you with the moon. This is the moon here for Virgos. So Virgos, if this is just purely practical, you are working at night, you are moonlighting, literally, moonlighting on something. And I wonder if you're working on it in secret or behind the scenes, or working on it at night because other people in your community disapprove of it. Your partner disapproves of it, or your family, your parents disapprove of it. And so you're working on it in secret. Now, the other way that the moon energy plays out here, coming out right underneath this devil card, is that this is a long-standing relationship that is unhealthy. This is like an unhealthy pattern of relationships that's been with you for a while, and you might not even be consciously aware of this pattern at this point, because the moon can be the unconscious or the subconscious. And so allow this reading to help you reflect and look at not just your existing relationships and saying, is this in alignment? Is this healthy? Is it feeling like a free will choice to be a part of this dynamic? And just try to assess whether or not that's a repeating pattern for you, right? If the current relationships seem to reflect past choices that you've made, try to get to the bottom of it and see like where the original wound might be at, or what was the inciting incident that set you on this course of choosing those types of friends or partners or workplaces, etc. Okay. And for Capricorns, we have the Seven of Cups. I don't really like the Seven of Cups with the devil, I have to say. This is someone okay, so two scenarios are coming through, two potential messages are coming through for you all. The first is that external people in your environment could be actively trying to drain your energy, actively trying to confuse you, actively trying to incapacitate you in some way in terms of your cognitive functioning. Okay. So I don't want to speak anything into existence. I'll just say that. Just be cautious about what you're intaking, what you're ingesting, and who gave it to you. Right. So I'll say that. But this could also just be like someone painting a fairy tale, painting a fantasy, and like really selling you a pipe dream and not really meaning it, just using that to reel you in, using that to keep you stuck on this hamster wheel with them. You know, oh, but I love you and I'm going to leave my wife someday and we'll be together forever, right? Like just making up this falsehood, like this narrative to get you caught up in the fantasy, right? And with Neptune being where it is in the sky right now, the 29th degree, we really, really want to be cautious of deception. Now it is going retrograde, so that sometimes helps to sober us up and helps us to see things clearly. But just be very cautious of anyone trying to paint this beautiful, spectacular fantasy for the purposes of keeping you entrapped. Okay. Now the other scenario would be if it's you struggling with this devil energy within yourself, then it's the addiction to, it could be actual addiction. I will say that, Capricorns. And I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm not picking on any Capricorns here. So you want to continue working on that or start working on that if that's you. But it could also be like overwhelming yourself with too many options, right? Like these attachments are starting to become too much. It's like you're juggling too many things at this point. You have too many plates spinning in the air, and it's becoming, you're getting close to not being able to walk that tightrope of keeping everything going. So you're going to need to eliminate, like find the courage and the strength to finally let some things go so that the whole thing doesn't topple over. Okay. All right, Earth signs, that's what I have for you. Be sure to watch for your sun, moon, and rising signs. And I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great week.